Spaceship Superstar by Prism. I'll give you a quick run through of how things sound and then we'll go into the lesson after that. And we're doing the same chord pattern, which is A. This is a barred A here, and then you're putting these two fingers on. That is the second finger on the third fret and the fourth finger on the fourth fret. Now you think of them in relation to this finger, and it's one fret up and then two frets up, because then it's easy to move this around, because you can just... Okay? So it's the same chord. So it's... And then we'll do it up here on the 7th fret as well. You kind of hammer onto it. All right, but start off by picking a quick A note. Oh, 5th string on its own. All right, and the pattern again is that's the first part of it. And the second part is a little bit different. It's so you hammer on to that chord, and then you keep your fingers there. And then you probably noticed at the beginning of the lesson that I was using my fingers to sort of pluck the notes. You can do it that way if you want, or if you want to take your pick and palm mute the bridge, and you can just go. The lesson I'm going to be using this finger this way though, and it's just the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, and you just basically pluck the note really quick and put your finger right back on. So we're starting off, I should say, on a G chord, which is your 2nd finger here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then you just go 1 string down, 1 fret up, 1 string down, 1 fret up, and you just play those 3 strings. Okay, and then we go down to this chord here, which is kind of a D. You bar the 1st fret like that, like you're playing an A chord. Put your 2nd finger right there, and put your 4th finger right there on the 4th string, and you play again 2nd, 3rd, 4th strings. Okay, so let's do those two again. Okay, and then we play the same chord we did up here. We do it on the 1st fret, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd frets. Now this one has a bit of a pattern here, so we go. Okay, so let's do that again. You start off with this chord. I guess 4 picks. Then you take this middle finger off. Three more picks, and then you take this finger, your ring finger, and slide it down 1 fret. I just put that finger on there. So once again. right? It's like this. All right. Then after that, it's the same basic pattern, except you move it up to the 5th fret. So you're playing an A here, up here. Same 3 strings, same pattern. Now, here is where it gets complicated because you don't have the nut to play your open strings, like when you pull this finger off down here and that kind of thing. So you do have to play the chord this way. So this part is the same. Then you do the same pattern, which is this pattern, but instead of using those 3 fingers, you use your second, third, and 4th fingers, and you put your 1st finger there on the 3rd string only. You can wait and put this finger on later because you're not going to use it right away. You're only using it when you pull your ring finger off, and that note becomes the note that you need after you pull it off. Does that make sense? It's like this. It's basically what we did down here, but we can't use open strings. So once again, I know this is complicated, but then I'm pulling my ring finger off, and that note is going to sound. So right now my ring finger is not being used. And then I put my ring finger down there, 1 fret down from here. Okay, I struggle with that one myself. I hope that helps. Now, for those of you who want to do this, who feel comfortable doing this kind of chord with these fingers, you actually can do that chord at the beginning too. So where we were just going like this at the beginning of the song. Oops, that part. You can hammer that note onto there from here. So you start off the chord with this finger off, and you're playing this note, and then you sort of hammer on to that note. Okay, I find that really hard to do. I mean, I can do it if I have the notes ready like this, but if I have to slide up to it from here, it takes me a second to get my fingers all in order there. So that's for you advanced players or people who have more finger dexterity than I do can do it that way. And you can also do that up here when you switch. Okay, so that, again, you're just doing that same chord pattern, but you're leaving your ring finger off and hammering onto it. And the rest of us are just going.